up, Anthony? Sophia, Lizzie, EC23. Hi, guys. Hell yeah. Got people piling on in here. I figured I'd just pop on and just do like a regular old chat today. Also, what I'm really hoping is that maybe you guys can help me with some stuff. As you can see, when I was, oh God, you guys can probably hear my own laptop giving me feedback there, which is not what we need up in here. Yeah, you guys, I don't know how many of you guys were able to like log on when I was trying to do a stream with, I was like trying to get on with Soraya and Amy and Zelina and Rhonda, and I could not figure out for the life of me how to get on there and mess around with all of the video game stuff. And like, it was my own fault. I literally walked in the door like last second and I was like, sure, I'll hop on and play. And I was like, shit, first of all, I've never even played. Second of all, I don't have my equipment set up, and I was trying to stream it off of a Mac. It was a plethora of issues. So I'm just going to do a straight up regular stream today. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a cooking stream though. I've got some products to do a little Christmas holiday baking with everybody. And my webcams finally came in the mail. So I'm going to get those all set up, get the whole party started. So that is my plan for today and tomorrow. Yeah, I appreciate you guys are so cool about this whole thing of like just like helping me figure this out and being like patient with my dumbass, because it is like super overwhelming. Today I did spend like a little bit of time just doing like some research, trying to figure out what all I needed to keep this ball rolling and try to get these streams going a little more smoothly, if you will. So yeah, just trying to get that happening. But now, let me just pull up another little something here as I try to make some more things happen. Why can I never just keep my emails more? I'm not very good at keeping my emails organized. That's what I'm trying to find right now. Jeez, hold on. Oh, who knows? Anyways, I feel like as soon as I feel like I'm getting like a hang of something, then I get a little bit confused. So anyways, yes, you guys are talking about Seth and Becky. Huge congratulations to Seth and Becky. Little baby Rue, what a cute name. Don't you guys love that? I think it's really, really pretty. Has like a little like Gaelic Irish thing going on. I love it. I can't wait to see her. What a sweet little thing. From Red Moosey, my thoughts on Crocs. So I don't love Crocs. I wish that I loved Crocs more. So last summer, me and one of my girlfriends, she came with me. I drove from from Vegas to Toronto. And I had been trying to get her on the Birkenstock bandwagon. And when I was doing that, she wanted to get me on the Crocs bandwagon. I could not commit to this. It just was not happening for me. So I don't love them. I understand that, yes, they are very comfortable. Aesthetically, they're not appealing. Granted, neither are Birkenstocks, but I can lean into Birkenstocks more than I can a Croc. Even though Crocs are making a comeback, I don't know. I feel very, very weird about the whole thing, to be honest. What can you do, though, right? What can you do? Let me see here. I was trying to pull up another screen on here as I'm tinkering. Start a YouTube channel. Actually, for Sad D4 to start a YouTube channel. So I actually do have some YouTube stuff up right now. It's just under my name, same as Twitch. It's just like Renee Paquette. And we're putting up clips from oral sessions. That's like the only stuff that's going up there now. But it does make sense, I think, to start adding more things on there as I start doing more cooking videos and maybe just like some other interviews or whatever. I mean, I guess that's kind of what oral sessions is for. but they're broken into little clips. So I would actually be interested to know what you guys think when you go on there. Ooh, got a subscription there from Chas Morris 19. Thanks, man. Thanks for that subscription. Yeah, I think it's gonna be really, really cool to get more stuff happening up there on YouTube. Oh, so sorry, what I was gonna say is, yeah, I would love to know what you guys think. So I've been like kind of going back and forth on what makes the most sense with this YouTube stuff, because we're doing like the clips from oral sessions, but I don't know if I should just like release the whole interview. If you guys want to watch a full interview, if you just want the highlight clips, and if they should all just be released, you know, in that 1 week of whoever the guest is. I'm kind of figuring out what I think makes the most sense of that whole thing. So I'm working on it. But tomorrow, we got a big episode. Big episode, big guest. I mean, I guess I can tell you guys it's happening tomorrow. It's going to drop tomorrow. Oh, we've got the hype train coming in. Hell yeah. Okay, once we upgrade the hype train to level 2, which is going to, I think, happen very quickly, I'll tell you who the guest is going to be. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, so you guys like the idea of the whole interview. That's what I thought, too. I think the whole interview is the way to go. Hell, mother effing yes with this hype train up in here. Love it. Hell's bells. We're almost there, level 1 of the hype train. Who's going to be my guest tomorrow? Get the hype train going and I will tell you who the guest is going to be. Dun, dun, dun. Almost there. I'm so excited for this episode. I've listened to it like 4 times already, just trying to like, oh, we did it! Hell yeah, hype train level 1 completed. Okay, so my guest tomorrow on Oral Sessions is none other than CM Punk. Oh, baby. It's happening. CM Punk is going to be my guest for tomorrow's episode. I sat down and talked to him for a while. We had a great conversation. He was such an open book. Yeah, it was just really cool talking to him, you know, just in his like life outside of WWE since he's left. It's been 7 years. Talking about his stint in UFC, his stint in MMA, talking sort of about the state of wrestling now. But yeah, really, really cool. I think you guys are really going to like the episode. I'm so excited. Yes. Hells to the yes. Yeah, I think you guys are going to totally dig it. So there's a little nugget of information here on the old Twitch machine. Does that make it onto like the other internet, or do we just like keep that a secret here? I'm not really sure how it works. But whatever, not like it matters. It all just goes out tomorrow anyhow. So all good, baby, baby. Okay, I'm still trying to get some more shit up here on my, okay, I don't need that. I don't need that. I need to organize my emails so that I can do this shit a little more smoothly. I'm a dumbass, however, so that makes it problematic. Let's see here. Like I send myself these emails and then they're gone. And now I can't even pull it off my phone because that's where it is. It's on my phone. I found it. I found it. I'm good. Okay, good. Now I'm just on like the stream chat. Whew. Thank God. I was like trying to read the chat on like another thing. Now I just have the like the proper chat on my computer. So we good. Okay, now if I could just mute my background so that I can only hear you guys so that I know when we're getting likes and the follows and whatnot. How do I, settings? Got that hype train. Still doing it. Level 2. Okay, cool. Hell yeah. Oh my God, you guys can just like hear my playback on here. I know it. Sorry, I know that that's annoying as all hell. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna mute me because we don't need to hear me twice. That's stupid. But anyhow. All right, good. Now we've got the stream up here. All right, cool. Yeah, you guys are really going in on John's birthday, huh? Yeah, it's John's birthday today. 35. He did it. Gonna have to do a little birthday celebration of some capacity. Gotta figure that out. I mean, it's still kind of early here. It's 3:17. Still got some time to go. Maybe ordering a little dinner. Can't go out, unfortunately. Kind of just puts like a hamper on everything. Or a hamper? A damper? Anyways. Yeah, it's not going to be happening. So we'll just do something at home, kind of lay low. Yeah, no. Okay, so for it's Pot F2 is Pat McAfee without question, like the performer of the year. Guys, I think in NXT, I mean, come on. So I didn't actually get to watch all of War Games yesterday, but I did get to see a ton of the highlights, and it just looked like unbelievable. Like Pat McAfee doing a swanton off the top of the cage. Like, this dude is insane. It's so crazy to me how some people just like, I mean, I know he's been a huge fan forever. He's obviously like already an athlete. But yeah, it is absolutely wild to me the way that he just pulls this off. Like, insane promos. But I know with that comes, you know, there's a lot that comes with that in the sense of different freedoms that other people might not have and whatever. But yeah, he's so good. He's been crushing it. Also, how about Io Shirai jumping off the top with the fucking garbage can over her head? I can't even imagine. That's like when I see Darby Allin do like the body bag stuff. It's like, God, how can you like prepare for how your body's gonna land? It scares the shit out of me. But yeah, I think that Pat McAfee is really crushing it. He's been a lot of fun to watch for sure. Definitely. Who else are you guys keeping your eye on at NXT? Also, how about we've got Karrion Kross back in there too. I mean, hell to the yes. That dude's an absolute beast. He's so fun to watch. Him and Scarlett, they're so cool. Yeah, I'm really pumped for them to be back. And that seemed like it was a pretty quick recovery, but like I just said, that dude's a beast, so I'm not surprised. You see all the videos of him just like working out and doing all of his shit and whatever, and yeah, it's very, very impressive. Oh yeah, you guys like Damian Priest, Dexter Lumis. Oh, Hype Train success. We did it. Level 2 completed. Woo woo. Who's the conductor of the Hype Train right now? Do we know? Who is... Oh, it says level 1 is completed, but I thought we just completed level 2. I don't know. We got 5 new subs. 358 bits. Oh, baby. Join the party. Oh, we're getting some emotes. Oh, so that's what I want to ask you guys. So I went on YouTube earlier to like look up some tutorials, like some kind of grandmother trying to figure out how to do stuff. But I did see some ways to start adding in the emotes. So I understand kind of how to add them. How do I get them made? How do I get an emote made? So I had 2 friends. So Amy sent me one of blue, and then another friend sent me one of blue. But it seems like do I need them in different sizes to be able to add them in here for you guys to be able to use? Is that right? Give me a little knowledge on this, please. Oh, I pay people to make my emotes. Okay, so from Dresden Nova, I appreciate that. Thank you. Find them to make them for me. Okay. Hire a guy like me to make them for you from King Slater 88. Can you do that? How does it work? How do we set up this business deal? Because I want some emotes. I want like my own emote. I want a blue emote. I want a Benny emote. Can I do that? Yeah. So for Midnight Fire Sun 2, you need the sizes 112 by 112, 56 by 56, 28 by 28 to upload them. So because of that, like I have the pictures of the emotes, but I don't have them in different sizes. And I don't know how to format that. I guess I could figure that out. I should just be able to format it on my own, right? I'm not that dumb. Or am I? I don't know. I'm figuring that part out still. I might be too dumb. You do the contract signing with King Slater 88 live. Hell yeah. Yeah. What do I think of Dominic Mysterio from Rigo Martin? These names sometimes throw me for a loop. Dominic is great. He's just like a good kid too. He's just one of those kids you like. I never spent like too much time with Dominic, because obviously as he's coming in, I mean, he's so laser focused on what he's doing. So there wasn't a ton of just like hanging out, shooting the shit and whatnot. But I think he's really like stepped up into the role. Like how stressful when your dad is Rey Mysterio, like one of the most decorated wrestlers of all time. That's crazy. And they're obviously so different. I love, obviously, he's using the 619. I think that's fantastic. But I love that his sister's in there, Aaliyah, getting friendly with Murphy. I want to see how that's all going to kind of pan out. I love that stuff in wrestling, though. Like, I love the relationships. I love when we get a wedding. I love when we get a big public breakup. I'm all about all that stuff. It cracks me up. Yeah, it's like my favorite thing. Okay, cool. So, yeah, you guys... are giving me plenty of information here on the emotes, which I appreciate. So tomorrow when I do my stream, I am going to do my very best to try to get my webcams set up properly, because I want to have a webcam on me, a webcam while I'm doing my cooking and whatnot over my little like desk of snacks. So I want to have those all set up. So I'm going to tinker with it tomorrow. Today was sort of like, it's weird. Like, I feel like the days get away from me a little bit, that like, had to get up, then I had a meeting, a Zoom meeting, and then I had to go to the gym, and then I got back, and I'm doing this, and I've got another call at 4 o'clock, so I wanted to hop on here for like an hour with you guys and hang out. But tomorrow, I have like all day to tinker with it and get it right before I go live. Amy Dumas, she set me up, you guys know Rosalita? She sent me the like stream starting soon so I can get that up and running, and then I've got to get like the skins made, all that stuff, so that I look like I maybe know kind of what I'm doing in regards to Twitch. So I'm working it out, y'all. Oh, raiding time. Are we getting a raid? Who's raiding us? Oh, all right, raid party of 108. Hell yeah, thank you. Thanks, man. Bring that raid on in here. That's awesome. Welcome all of the raiders. Hell yeah. Welcome, guys. I wish I had something like really cool to show you. I do have something very cool to show you. Hold on. Dun, dun, dun. To all the raiders, welcome in sweet baby Ben. Sweet little stinky Benny. Here he is. He's a little more camera shy than Blue. Blue loves to be on camera. Benny could do without. But he's a sweet boy nonetheless. Sweet little Benny. What a guy. He usually doesn't sneak in here with me. Blue does. Blue's like on the carpet just like licking his paws like a madman. But Benny is in here. What a good guy. What a sweet boy. So welcome, Raiders. Join in. And just so you guys know, I was just telling everybody on here that tomorrow I'm going to be going live and doing some cooking. I'm going to do some holiday baking. I'm not much of a baker. I prefer to cook. There is a difference when you're talking baking. It's like science. So I could... oh, hell yeah. Use part of my paycheck to subscribe to Ryan Rotz. Thanks. Or Ryan Krotz. Sorry. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Hype Train would have got to level 1 million. Oh, we've got Sober Dick gifting a 5 tier 1 subs to the community. Thank you. What a name. Hell of a name there. I respect it. I think. I like it. Yes, to Dania, Blue is a celebrity, and he knows it. He's a bougie little shit. He's very fancy. He's like meant to be a little celebra dog. We were watching some movie the other day, and there was like a dog on there, and he got all, I think he gets always like mad when other dogs are on TV. I think he's looking to get booked in a movie. He's looking for it. Oh, hello from Italy, from Besmer Asylum. Yeah, pretty cool. Seth and Becky had their little baby Rue. What a sweet little thing. Oh my God, they must be so happy. I feel like I'm sure by the time you get to like that end of your pregnancy, you're just like, let's get out there. Oh, here we go. Ryan Krotz gifting out to, just doling it out here. 5 emotes shared. Thanks, man. Oh, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. I keep talking like that. Like, that's just how I talk. I'm like, hey, man. But I would do that on commentary sometimes, and somebody said that I talk like Bart Simpson, and I've never been able to shake it. Now it's just in my head. Oh, okay. So, Luiso Por 4. We've got some names on here of who's good at making emotes on the old Twitter machine. So hell to the yes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to log on to Twitter and get some of these emotes going because I need those up in my life. Okay, so things I need to check off: figuring out my webcam stuff, getting the emotes up and running, just getting the like starting soon stream, and like switching between scenes. Because even like so when I logged on to do the Among Us thing the other day, it was like such a shit show for me. Because I don't even know how to, like, minimize myself and then share the other screen. So I just have a bit of homework I need to do. I probably sound like such a dumb shit to you guys because it's what you guys all do and you understand it. And I don't get it. Oh, God. It's okay, though. To Gozo7, how much wrestling do I watch? It depends. I mean, you guys were able to join me when I watched Dynamite the other night, which was awesome. It's actually really fun doing those. I'm glad that I did that. I thought about doing it yesterday for War Games, actually, but we were just kind of kicking it on the couch. It's kind of easier to do it when I'm by myself, much to your guys' chagrin. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sure you wish that John was on here hanging out, but not happening. To Casarthas, have I seen The Good Place? I remind you of Eleanor Shellstrop. I did start to watch that show because I had been told that a few times. Yeah, I love it. It's actually a very funny show. She's great. Kristen Bell. And I also really love her husband, Dax Shepard. Big fan of his podcast. Big fan. Good shit. Yeah, the women of War Games killed it. It seemed like everybody put on a hell of a show. So I need to go back. I would actually like to go back to like watch the whole thing, but it seems like they absolutely crushed it. How about the commentary team too? We've got Wade Barrett, Vic Joseph, and Beth Phoenix. I feel like they are very good together. Do you guys agree? Are they perhaps the best commentary team in WWE right now? Please weigh in. That's what I want to know about. Oh, you guys miss Morrow? It was fun hearing Morrow call that Tyson fight the other day. Morrow never loses a step. That guy's badass. He's very good. Yeah, Morrow and Snoop Dogg on commentary. They are the dream team. We absolutely need, like, I mean, obviously he's Snoop Dogg. He can do absolutely whatever the hell he wants ever. But he could have a commentary gig, no problem. Yeah, I feel like he needs to definitely look into that. He's so good. Yeah, do we ever think that we're going to see Wade Barrett step back in the ring? I don't see why not. Because I don't think he has any injuries or anything, right? I feel like if he's back in that world, it's got to lead into a storyline at some point, right? Like, I'm honestly not sure. I've not spoken to him in a little while. I'm not really sure like where he's at with anything, but I've always been a huge Wade Barrett fan, just in general. So I would love to see him step back into the ring. Bring back a little bad news Barrett. I'm afraid I've got some bad news. Yeah, I would love that. Oh, Wade's more into acting from Wembley TV. So I get that. I get that he's more into acting, but if he's still back into the wrestling world in some capacity, you think that he would, I don't know. I feel like once you're a wrestler, you're a wrestler. Like, that's what he does. He's done it for so long. Even though he dabbles more in, like, the acting and stuff now, I feel like you always kind of go back to it. Just from my experience of spending a lot of time around a bunch of wrestlers. That's the way I see it. Look at this cute man. This cute little guy. Who? Wade Barrett versus Finn Balor on NXT. I would watch that. Quite the size discrepancy between those two men. Oh, yeah, the interactions from Lady Kai 69, the interactions between Graves and Saxton. Yeah. Yeah, those two are a trip together. They're great. Did you guys watch any of the Tribute to the Troops? Did any of that happen? I didn't get to check any of it out, but... Oh, from S. Bernard 5, just dropping by to say, can't wait for your cookbook. Hope to get a signed copy. Hell yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much. I can't wait for my cookbook to come out. I can't wait to, like, actually get it and see it. But I'm excited to just do some cooking tomorrow. I've not been cooking at all. I feel like since I've gotten pregnant, I'm, like, lazy to cook because nothing even really sounds good to me. Or things that do sound good, I'm making like, a peanut butter sandwich. Nothing that anyone needs to see. But I have been having some cravings for some, like, actual cookies. Hi, buddy. I've been having cravings for some cookies. So I'm going to make one of my nannies, my grandmother. Sometimes because I call her nanny, but people think that I mean that, like, I had, like, a nanny that, like, cared after me as a child. No, I mean my grandmother. But I have one of her recipes. It's like these, like, they're not ginger snaps. They're like a chewy ginger cookie with, like, molasses and stuff. They're amazing. And then a Christmas cookie that is a orange nutmeg shortbread. It's awesome. It's like a great, easy, super easy holiday cookie to pull off. And then maybe I should, like, get something, like, a little fancier, or just, like, try a recipe for the first time, you know? Like, figure it out with you guys as I'm going, which, here's the thing. I've already made a jackass of myself enough of not knowing what I'm doing on here and just broadcasting live to you guys. So why not do it with adding in a recipe as well? I think it could be great or terrible. Either way. You watch, you don't watch, who knows? Okay, so, do I measure my ingredients or just haphazardly eyeball it from High Tops 5? So with baking, I measure it because you can't eyeball it with baking. Otherwise, it totally falls apart. So I will definitely be, 10 emotes shared from Big Red 413. Thank you. Okay, what are these like emotes? 10 emotes shared. I want to see them. Cool. I'm really into the emotes. I feel like they're cool. Yeah. Very cool. Anyways, I don't know what I was saying. Who cares? Wait, so the bad Keith Gaming, I was watching Selma Blair and Sarah Michelle Gellar recreate their Kiss from Cruel Intentions on Sunday. Like, they recreated it on what? They just, like, redid it? Because we actually just rewatched that movie. I hadn't watched it in years. I think we put it on during Halloween. We were just looking for, like, some kind of, like, scary movies. Maybe. Who cares? Whatever. Anyways, we recently watched it. The movie really holds up. It's pretty messed up how, like, Sarah Michelle Gellar is just, like, trying to bang her stepbrother. Not cool, right? Oh, cool. All right, there's some of the emotes. But Clueless is like that, too. Where Cher is trying to bang... I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Not Elton. What's his name in it? Anyways, it's all a little bit weird and twisted. The Selena series on Netflix is really good from Ian Loves Basketball. Yeah, I've actually heard that that's really good. I love the movie Selena. So I would... wait! From Rocco Star 87, well, no blood relation, so it's fine with me. I get that there's no blood relation, but it's still weird. It's creepy, right? I don't know. You have, like, a certain relationship, a certain rapport with, like, a brother or sister-in-law. Or not in-law. Trying steps here. It's all confusing and convoluted, but very creepy, very weird. And there's a bunch of movies, like, that are about that. And we're all just okay with it. We just let it slide. We don't even really talk about it. We're here to talk about these things today. Yes. Oh, yeah. I mean, Game of Thrones from Turbo Wingspan. I agree. Yeah, I mean, they definitely... But that was, like, medieval times. Everything was a game back then. Nothing was off the shelf. But, yeah, very odd. I don't like that shit. No, thank you. No, thanks at all. Donkey Kong Daddy. Yes! Dwayne's Ansong, we need a Donkey Kong emote if you ever play games. I agree. So after I couldn't get on to play Among Us with everybody, I was talking to Thea and Soraya afterwards, and they're like, hey, you have to figure your shit out so that I can actually play next time, because I do think that I would thoroughly enjoy it. And some like ghost game thing or whatever. I'm talking about things I don't know. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I've been very self-depreciating this episode, but it's all fun. It's all fine. I just don't know what I'm doing on here. Oh yes, Plasma Fabian. Did I say that right? Yes, that's the other game. So I would play all of these. I just need to figure out how to do it. So maybe you guys can, I don't know if you guys can like write it out to tell me in here, but because I can't do, I don't have a PC, and I don't really want to go buy a PC. It seems like a pain in the ass. How can I do that by using my Mac or while like playing on my phone? Do we have any suggestions? It's called Luigi's Mansion. Turbo Wingspan, I wish. Ooh, you'd pay money if you had... You would pay money to watch me watch horror movies. I'm actually not too bad watching horror movies. I don't get like too scared during them. I'm worse watching wrestling for the most part, to be honest. Yeah, so that's the other thing I need to figure out too with this like screen sharing thing, so that I can do a movie watch with, because that's another thing that I'd like to add into on like a weekly basis with all y'all. That's my plan. Big plans. Oh God, Benny's trying to jump off my lap. Now I'm covered in dog hair. Great. Chihuahuas shed a lot for anybody looking to get a Chihuahua in their life. From Jeff Teopa. Welcome to Twitch. Big fan of your work. Thank you. My work here is much different than the work that you normally see because I don't know what's happening here. But I have my little decaf coffee here. And I'm just here for the shits. I'm here for the hangs. I'm here for the chats. So shoot me some questions. Literally. Oh, hold on. There are apps for screen sharing. OBS is your best friend for streaming. So I actually downloaded OBS right before I went to jump on here because I've been using Twitch Studios to stream prior to this. But I think most people are kind of saying that OBS is maybe the way to go. Is that right? Do I need to kind of tinker with that? Because, yeah, I just went to, like, log on and then, again, got, sub goal, Renee watches ECW. That's great. That's a good idea. From Blue Jay BRY. Yes, I love that idea. That's actually really fun. That could be a cool, fun thing that we do for, like, incentive for, like, subs. That we can, like, pick random ass pay-per-views off the WWE network and we can just, like, hang out and shoot the shit and do that. I think that's a brilliant idea. Thank you. See? The more you know. This is why I like hopping on here to talk to you guys. You guys give me the answers and then we can execute. Watch John's old death matches. Guys, I've seen enough of that. Austin Creed should be my tech support. Yes, from Minty Gambino. He should be my tech support. I actually was going to reach out to him today to just be like, yo, dude, can you help me? I need, like, a friend that's in Las Vegas that can come to my house and, like, really show me how to set everything up. It's so crazy. It's also overwhelming. Watch the Punjabi prison matches. I will. Don't tempt me. I will watch Punjabi prison matches. I've been there for them. Well, it was Randy and Jinder in the last one, right? Is that what it was? And then Great Khali came out? I think that's what it was. Good times. Okay, so yeah, guys, fire off any questions you have. I want to come on here to pick your guys' brains about some of the things that I need answered because I know you guys know this world much better than me as I'm trying to, like, navigate it, but it's okay. I've got a few answers from you guys. And like I said, tomorrow I'm gonna, like, tinker with a bunch of stuff before I log on so that I can actually make sense of everything. So, F that. Give me some questions, whatever you guys want to talk about. Let's do it right the freak now. Please not the Orton Jinder one. Ooh, to Bulldalgo. Would I come to Portugal again? I would love to go to Portugal again. I think of all the trips. So often when we do TVs in London or Glasgow or Manchester, whatever, when we would go over there for TVs for Raw and SmackDown, I would turn that into, like, a little trip somewhere in Europe. And I did Portugal. Portugal, actually, I think it was, like, the very last one that I did. It blew my mind. I loved it so, so much. Yeah, I loved Portugal. I had such a great time there. I actually still have some ginger at my bar downstairs. You guys need to know some ginger. It's like a cherry, and also it's like it is like a cherry liqueur, but it's, like, warm and, like, spicy on top of that. It's amazing. I highly recommend it. But just, like, the food, all the fried fish, loved it. Hello from Portugal, Danny Laca. I might have said that right. I'm not sure. I just committed to the name and went for it. But hello. First time listener, first time caller. What is something surprising about the commentator role that may surprise someone? From A Double. You know what? I think one of the misconceptions about that commentary spot, yes, we are spoken to in our ears. Yes, sometimes we are fed lines, but it's not as constant as you might think. I think everyone thinks that we're, like, reading off of actual scripts, like, the whole time, or that Vince is feeding us lines the entire time, and it's not that. It does happen, don't get me wrong, but it's not, like, every match, every commercial break, there's something. There's definitely, like, there is more creative freedom in that spot than you might think, especially for, like, other people that are so, like, tenured in that spot. You know, like, Graves is so good out there. Michael Cole is so good. They're still being fed stuff in terms of, like, direction of what's coming up and whatever. But, yeah, I think I would say that's maybe the thing. I think everyone just thinks that we're fed a million lies all show. From Space Frog, one, does people talking in your ear affect your performance? Not really. You know, I've had people in my ear for so long, but I will say, the very first time that I ever had to wear an earpiece to communicate with a producer back in one of the studios, whatever, this was a million years ago, like a show no one's ever, it was like a game show in Canada. But I had never worn one before, and I was like on camera doing like a trivia game, which by the way gave away the answer during the trivia like a dummy, but I didn't know what I was doing. But I was like talking to the producer, and I was like totally communicating with me. He's like, please stop doing that. Like you can't communicate back to us like that. It's like a one-way line of communication. But that was a million times ago, or a million years ago. So no, having somebody talk in my ear does not faze me anymore. Those days are long behind me. Yeah, it's a Rag Nasty 26. IFBs are super fun to get used to. Yeah, they're weird. They're fine, but you know, I mean, the big difference is having like a great producer on the other end. When you have somebody that knows when to talk, knows when to chime in. It's annoying when you're like mid-sentence talking to somebody and then they start to give you information. They need to like wait until you're not doing a spiel and then talk to you, because that can throw you off 100%. Okay, so from Jeffosaurus 2064, in my opinion, is Die Hard a Christmas film? Of course it is. Yeah. You know, I think any movie that takes place around Christmas, in and around Christmas, is a Christmas movie. If there's Christmas trees in the background, or they're at a holiday party, even though that might not be the main thread, the main plot of the movie, I still believe that qualifies it as being a Christmas movie. I think these debates need to end. I think at that point we're just debating to debate. Like I saw Graves and Carmela on their podcast, Bear With Us, that they were having a whole conversation that Graves thought that Home Alone isn't a Christmas movie. What? Yes, of course it's a Christmas movie. It's about being with your family over the holidays. That's a whole purpose. The whole line of the movie is Kevin banishes his whole family, says, I never want to see you guys ever again. Then they're gone by accident and blah, blah, blah. And all he wants is for his family to be back. And all his family wants is to be back with him. That's the story, aside from the break-ins, which are amazing. I mean, not that I want that, but he handles it quite well. And yeah, of course those are all Christmas movies. Like Gremlins is a Christmas movie, you know? They're in December, there's Christmas lights up, there's talk of Santa maybe. It's a Christmas movie. Yeah, from that big Rob. I don't know how Graves thought that was not a Christmas movie. You guys got to take that up with him. I don't get it. Okay, 2-part question from Flux Mool. Is Mick Foley the nicest person ever on earth? And are you mad that he took your spot? Wait, when did Mick Foley take my spot? Like in a Christmas movie, you mean? By being Santa? I don't know what you mean, how he took my spot. But I do love Mick Foley. He is a very nice man. That's the one thing that I find very interesting about these like deathmatch guys that are like, they're so extreme, like the grandfather of hardcore, like however, you know, you want to list it off. They are always the nicest guys. And, oh my gosh, what is happening here? I just got like bombarded with like messages. I don't get what that was. Yeah, that was weird. You guys saw that too, right? Oh yeah, a bunch of spam. What is that? Oh, we're getting botted. Can we get rid of that? Do we know how to get rid of that? Yikes. I think it was bots and spam. It was not a raid. Thank you, Legend Killer, my guy. Thank you, dude. It was Legend Killer actually that sent me the other blue emojis or emotes. Not an emoji. They're different. Are they? They're kind of the same. But yeah, it's always the hardcore guys, the like scary dudes that are the nicest guys. So I don't know what's going on inside their brains. I'm married to one of them. But yeah, they're always super nice guys. Yeah, Legend Killer, you cleaned that up. Thanks, bud. From You Got Skunked, who is my favorite WWE Backstage co-host? That's a tough one. I mean, honestly, we had so many different variations of how that show worked. I always loved having Booker as my right-hand man. That was like as soon as I knew that I was going to be doing backstage, I was like, Booker's got to be my guy. So I really kind of put that out there. That I was like, I want him to be my guy. I want Booker out here. For sure, Paige. Having Saraya on there, she was somebody like right off the bat. Her and I have always looked for ways that we can work together. And I think in that world, we were definitely onto something, but I would love to do something that's just the two of us on something, you know, just to have like, you know, you don't have to fight for like airtime and let everyone get their own shit in and whatever. So I think we still need to figure that one out at some point. Yeah, she was great. I loved having Christian on. Obviously, CM Punk. Once we got Punk on there, which we talk about that on tomorrow's episode of Oral Sessions, where you can hear us talk about our experience doing backstage together and me kind of bringing him into that world. I just never thought that would ever happen. So to be able to have him on there, and I just wish that we had him on more often. I wish that he was I wish he was on there every week. That would have been the best. But hey, maybe down the line on some other project. Who freaking knows? From Gary 1876, do I still speak to Summer? Yeah, on occasion. I mean, I still follow her on, you know, all of her social media stuff and like comment on her stuff and reach out here and there. I've not been able to see her in forever. I would love to be able to see her and like actually hang out with her for a little bit because she's a blast. She is really cool. She's one of the people right off the bat when I first started in WWE. Her and I just got along like right away. We rode together. We ended up spending so much time together on the road, but she's great. I would love to be able to see her again. Oh, did we get a rhyme on here from Richie Fry? Welcome to Renee and her new stream. She's had help from Amy, and that was extreme. But also don't forget, she sure can cook, so please remember to buy her book. So come on, guys, please join the gang. Or like the message just says, come and hang. Yeah, we got some poetry up in here. A little spoken word, if you will. I love that. From Janya Shenette. What was my favorite Total Divas moment? Probably when we went to Anguilla. That was just like a fun trip. It was me, Lana, Trinity, Miro was there. John wasn't there, but I don't think that John Uso was there either. But it was just like a beautiful trip. It was really fun. Also, I would say before I was actually even on the cast, doing the trip with, we went to Sedona. John and I went to Sedona with Bree and Brian, and I think Nicole was there too. And then the twins' brother, JJ, and his wife, Lauren, we were all there together. But since we've been there, we always say that we want to go back to Sedona. We've not actually pulled the trigger on that, but I would love to go back to Sedona, 100%. It's the trips. The trips and the dinners, all that stuff, like that part makes the show a lot of fun to be on for sure. Oh, okay, this one's cool. From the Turbo Wingspan. What was my trip to Saudi Arabia like? My trip to Saudi Arabia was a lot of fun, actually. Like, I was for sure nervous leading up to it just because I didn't know what to expect. Luckily, I had John with me at the time, too. He was able to travel with me, so that made me feel a little bit better. I think you get a little bit freaked out not knowing when you're going into a different country like that, of like how just from like the dress codes, how you're supposed to behave. I wasn't sure if I was allowed to have my hair out or if I had to have my hair covered, if I had to have my face covered, which I didn't, but I wasn't entirely sure. And obviously the last thing I wanted to do was offend anybody or do the wrong thing. Whether, because the second time I went over, the first time I went was very strict in the sense of like cover your hair, cover your face, follow all the rules. But then the second time we went over, we were kind of, getting smartened up a little bit to like, no, you don't have to cover your hair and all that because you're not Muslim, so you don't have to do it. So it was just a bunch of things, trying to figure that out, trying to do the right thing and not offend anybody and not trying to, step on anybody's toes or their you know, all that stuff. But overall, I had a great experience going to Saudi Arabia. The shows were a lot of fun to call. It was hot as all hell. Oh my God. It was so freaking hot in Saudi Arabia when we were there. But they were so hospitable to us. They put us in I think we stayed at like the Four Seasons Hotel. Hotel was beautiful. The food was amazing. The hotel was just, yeah, stunning. So it was actually a really great experience. But that stuff aside, the best thing ever was being able to walk out. You like walk out from the stadium to go over to the commentary desk, and you walk through the crowd. But to have little girls and women there that even knew my name, for them to come up, and it was like a big deal for them to be able to see a woman on TV in that capacity, and that will always stick with me. That was always like such a cool moment. I love that. So, you know, so it's experience when you're in WWE. That stuff is just such a cool thing to be able to have. I never would have thought getting into this line of work that I'd be able to do a fraction of the things that I've been able to do. So, hell yeah, a lot of fun. Okay, so this is my last question because I gotta hop off and take a call really quick. This is from A Double. What went into picking the name Renee Young? What other names were in the running? So Renee Young, my name initially was supposed to be Renee Sterling, and I hated it. I was like, what? I didn't even know that I had to change my name. The whole thing kind of freaked me out. So then I was like, wait, I don't want it to be that. And so I gave them a whole list of other names. So I'm a big record collector. I love like vinyl. I love music. Who doesn't love music? And I was like, hey, who can I pick? So I gave them Renee Young from Neil Young. He's a Canadian icon. He's amazing. So I gave them Young. I gave them Rustin, which is Audrey Hepburn's real last name. I gave them Renee Rogers, which is Prince's real last name. And then I gave them to Danielle Ellis 98. Sterling. Wasn't that Corey Graves' indie name? It was, which is very funny considering him and I became such close friends that we were both going to be Sterlings at one point, but I bowed out of it on my end. And then the other name I had was Renee Ryan, which is more of like a family name for me, but they ended up going with Young. I wanted the nice alliteration of the double R's, but they didn't go for it. So I went Renee Young for Neil Young. My guy, my main guy. All right, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. We've been on here for almost an hour. Maybe a little bit shy of an hour, but I've got a phone call I need to go take right now. And tomorrow, I will be back. I'm not sure what time yet, because like I said, I want to hop on and really tinker with some of the tech stuff to try to get a little bit of shit sorted out. And then I will hop on and do some cooking. If you guys see any recipes that you love, that you would like me to check out, some like holiday stuff, some cookies, some breads, whatever, feel free, send them to me on Twitter, send to me on Instagram, whatever, reach out, let me know, and we can get some freaking cooking done. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.